Okay, I have both. I'm gonna touch on both. I just came in
Okay.
to watch your session.
Okay.
Um, so my question to you: do
You
you
have to
ever?
you have to hold the phone steady though. You can't be doing all this. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So do you ever have, and do you ever agree with, some of the things that people are saying? Do you understand, like, um, what some of these women are saying? Because you never agree. I'm not against you. I understand both perspectives, but why don't you ever agree? Like some people may say, oh, they feel this way, which is their perspective. Like the young lady just said, her mother was married, um, but she did have kids, you know, prior to marriage. What was like? Why did you interrupt her with saying that?
What did I say?
You said something like, you got your point. You made your point.
What was my point?
Your point was she wasn't married while she had
Was
kids.
that true?
It was true,
Did she
but
agree with? No, no, no. I'll listen to you. Did she agree with me?
she did.
Thank you.
She did.
Thank you. And
You think
the objection she had, she was wrong about. So when she listened and heard me again, she's like, you know what? You're right. Why don't you ladies just accept the fact that I'm right more often than I'm wrong?
that you're right more than you're wrong, Taylor.
Okay, and that's your opinion, but you haven't said one thing specifically. Why don't you agree with women? Because what you guys do doesn't work.
Okay.
But I'm willing to hear the argument. What should I agree with?
You should agree more so of what our mindset is, what we think about, because we won't get these ideas if it's not being presented to us. And as you always say, the way that women carry themselves, this is the
Stop. I should agree with an erroneous mindset because you got it from somebody who was wrong.
everybody's wrong to you.
Let's judge based on the results.
As
No,
I've
no,
said,
no. We judge on results, not feelings over here. If we judge on results and we keep numbers based in marriages,
are you married, Kevin?
and this is what we begin to do: shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. When they can't be right, then they decide to go around. Man, why don't you just admit you don't know what the hell you're talking about?
I
You
listen
don't
to
know what you're talking about, man. You don't know what you're talking about. And I just sat here and listened to you ramble on about why don't you just let us have our feelings and our opinion? You're free to have your opinion. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one. The difference is most of modern women's opinions aren't getting the women the outcomes they say they want. Why do you want me to agree with what's not working? Because it makes you feel better?
maybe it's not
Whew.
maybe it's not working for you. Yeah.
No, it's not working based upon the outcomes they say they want.
What do you want?
Again, here goes the sign language. When they cannot answer the question, they answer a question with a question or redirect. You guys, how many times do you see this? This is the need to be right with the modern woman, in particular black woman. They will not admit wrong. Instead, they'll try to redirect. And this is what we do. This is what we do. We sit here and deconstruct you listening to you.
Don't you supposed to listen to me?
Yeah, to prove how
Aren't,
wrong you are.
aren't
No,
I
I'm
supposed
not supposed. No, no, no. I'm not supposed to listen to somebody who doesn't know how to get what they want. No. And
it's
you're how old
what
again?
you want. It's
How old are
it's
you again? How old are you again?
I'm 25.
Why should a 52-year-old man listen to a 25-year-old woman?
I know you have more knowledge than I do.
Hmm.
This is
Then
why
why don't you
I
just
listen.
then why don't you just accept the fact that you grew up in a world that didn't require black women to listen to black men at any level?
So how
So
can you
you
do that? By
start
listening.
doing what we tell you to do, because what
Okay.
you do doesn't work. We're the only group of people to where we even have women half our age trying to tell us we're wrong based upon your feelings.
Okay, so should women have feelings? You know?
Yes, you should have feelings.
Okay.
But was the world built? Is the world built on human beings' feelings?
It's not.
Look at the black community. For my entire life, black women have been in charge. Are we better off today or were we better off in 1950?
What do you think?
No. Again, shame, insults, guilt, they need to be right. When they can't answer, they redirect with a question or deflect. You always know they know they're wrong when they do that.
You just asked the question though. From my
And
perspective, I don't think
you answer the question with the question. So again, disingenuous at best. Guys, anytime a woman does that, they're admitting they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
yes, I do. I want to
So
know.
are we better off today? Or are we better off in 1950?
We were better off back then.
Right. And you know, back then is when you still had black men in the household and 80% marital rate. Now we got 80% of the children being born out of wedlock and 1 out of 4 black women being married. The black community is a gynocracy run by women, a matriarchy. Women run societies fail.
Okay, so is it the women's fault that we're not being married, or is it the men?
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
Okay. Men get to choose. Women choose who has sex and who gets born.
Mm-hmm.
Men get to choose who gets married. Men aren't choosing you. Why? Because you're not what they want. So it's your fault. If you got a market, if you have a market and you're serving your products to the market in a restaurant, you serving pizza, and the market says, "Oh, they're not buying your pizza." What you're saying is to go cuss the market out and tell the market, "This is good pizza, take it." Or do you have to go back and say, the market eats pizza. They're not buying our pizza. Maybe we need to change how we make the pizza.
Absolutely.
Okay, then you're the pizza. Fix it.
Change.
Who else is buying you? Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Keith, and Brad, Lee, Ahmed, and Enrique ain't buying you. White men ain't running into the black community to marry you. Neither Chinese, Asian men, Middle Eastern men, or Hispanic men. Ain't nobody running to buy pizza.
Okay, Kevin.
It's logic, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
So now here's my question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If black women began to give black men what they want, do you think black men would marry black women?
Yeah, but do we get what we want?
Notice, there you go. And
What?
guys, understand when you answer a question with the question, and isn't disingenuous. And because I'm going past you, and anytime somebody says something and says but, they just basically erased everything they want. Remember the whataboutism? It's always whataboutism with our women. If you gave black men what they want, would they marry you? Yes. But are we getting what we want? It's whataboutism. Well, guess so if you're not gonna give us what we want, you're gonna give a white man what he wants? Asian man, Hispanic man, Middle Eastern man? What man are you marrying if you ain't marrying us?
Equal. It has to be equal in a
You
relationship.
don't have, no, it doesn't have to be equal. That's where you're wrong. It doesn't have to be equal because if you don't marry us, you ain't marrying nobody. You get nothing.
I'm seeing
Dog death.
couples nowadays.
Dog.
I see a lot of
Yeah.
couples.
Okay. Right. Not in a majority. You're never going to see more than 50% of that. See, and this is the thing. They would rather bank on the fact of trying to give a non-black man what he wants than straightening up and giving black men what they know they want. That's how far gone women like you are. You can see the reality, but you'd rather bank on the fact that I could get a white man. Okay. Then we should start seeing when do we start to see all these interracial marriages over 50% for black women? By what year?
We'll never see that.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't get black men in mass, what do you get?
You won't get anything.
So the choice is
I
real
think it's
simple.
best. I think it's best to date, not just to have a relationship. You don't have to put a title on everything, Kevin. That's what you need to start telling these people. A title, you don't
No,
have to put a
I
title
need to,
on
what I need to do is I need to direct people to this video and show you what's wrong with the Black community. You don't need to put a title on nothing. It needs to just
That's
be
your
free
opinion.
flowing. Yeah, yep. And over here, stuff works. Where you at, it don't. You don't need to put a title on everything. You can have babies out of wedlock. You don't need to be married. You can do what you want to. We're the only community that operates like that, and we're at the bottom. And it's because too many women like you are in control of our community. That's why we got to take power back from these mindsets. Because all it leads to is destruction and chaos. You can't build anything if you don't claim something. Have you ever opened up something that you had to build, man? Have you ever opened up something you had to build and it came with instructions
Of course,
and it came with parts?
of course.
The way you're talking is you just start doing shit. You don't need the instructions. You don't need that. Just start putting shit together. Uh-huh. How firm a foundation is that? You want to live on the 5th floor of a building like that? What about the 85th floor?
You got me sweating, Kevin. I'm gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go.
Yeah, you do. Go to the gym.
To my no.
Go to the gym. You cannot make this shut up.